Hello, welcome to Oxford Heirlooms. This is going to be the final video for project number 16, Boy Oh Boy. Okay, so I've got my diaper cover mostly finished. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to create the gathered lace entrecot band for the sides of the diaper cover. So I'm going to start by measuring a piece of entrecot about the same length as the leg hole opening, maybe just a little bit longer. And I'm going to cut two of them because I have two leg hole openings. The rest of my entrecot aside. Okay. And then I need to cut two pieces of lace that are going to be 1.5 times the length of the entrecot. Okay, so I'm going to cut them one at a time. Now I know that 1.5 is the same thing as 3/2, so I'm going to measure out one full length of the entrecot, fold it in half, or one full length of the lace, fold it in half, and then fold it again so that I have 3 layers of 1/2 of the lace. And I'm going to cut a piece. But I need 2 pieces since I have 2 legs. So let me cut a second piece. Put my excess lace off to the side. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, since this is a fairly long piece of entrecot, well, actually, I think what I'm going to do first is in order to sew this entrecot, I need to cut the batiste away from one side of the entrecot. And I need to do that on both pieces of entrecot. So this will take me a couple of minutes to get this cut, and then I will gather up my lace off camera also. Okay, I've got the lace sewn onto one piece of entrecot, but I need to do the other one. So I got my machine set for a zigzag and the appropriate stitch length and stitch width for sewing entrecot. So I'm going to butt the lace up next to the entrecot, lower the needle so that I can make sure that it's in an entrecot hole and not stabbing the entrecot ladder. And I'm going to proceed, let's see if I can, to zigzag this lace to the entrecot. Okay, this will take me a little while to get this done, so I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the lace sewn onto both pieces of entrecot. Now I need to be able to curve the entrecot around the leg hole opening. So what I'm going to do is on each piece, I'm going to notch it about every 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit less. Just notch the batiste as I go along. So this will take me a couple of minutes to get all these notches cut, so I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my batiste all notched, and I went ahead and pinned it to both sides of the diaper cover. So now using a straight stitch, I'm going to sew the first pass of the entrecot. Oh, you might notice I left the entrecot hanging over the top and the back by about 1/2 or 3/4 of an inch because I will tack those down after I get them sewn on. Okay, so just sew the entredot to the diaper cover, taking your pins out as you come to them. Just follow the curve of the entredot because the notches help to, they spread open as they fan around the curve, so that works out real well. Okay, so this will take me a minute to get both sides of the lace sewn on, so I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the lace sewn on to both sides. Now I need to be able to go to the ironing board and press my entredot seam toward the inside so that I can come back and zigzag. But since I have curved edges, I need to clip the batiste of the diaper cover everywhere that I clipped the entredot on both sides. So this will take me a minute to get all these entredot, or to get all these notches cut. Okay, I've got that notched, and I've been to the ironing board and I have pressed the entredot seam toward the inside. So I need to set my machine to a zigzag and the appropriate stitch length and stitch width for sewing entredot. And then I'm going to zigzag my entredot into place, catching the fold of the fabric on the left and the entredot hole on the right. Okay, this will take me a couple of minutes to get this zigzagged on both sides of the diaper cover. Okay, I've got that zigzagged on both sides. Now I need to go to the inside and using my specialty scissors, I need to trim this entredot seam close to where I just zigzagged. This will make a mess because we're basically cutting off one notch at a time. Okay, this will take me a few minutes to get this all trimmed away, so I'll be right back. Okay, I've got that all trimmed. Now I'm going to use a needle and thread, and I'm going to tack down the ends of the entredot and the lace at both the tops and both of the bottom places. And then I've got my 4 little pearl buttons that I will sew onto the back. So I'll be doing some hand sewing for just a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. Well, I have my hand sewing finished and I've sewn the little buttons on the back of the day gown. I went ahead and cut my buttonholes open so I can button the diaper cover together. It'll take me a minute to get in these little buttonholes. They're just teeny tiny. These were actually 3/8 inch buttons rather than 1/4 inch buttons. But I like to use tiny buttons on baby garments. There we go. Now doesn't that look sweet? Okay, so it kind of buttons around towards the back and the sides of the diaper cover. But you know, we are now finished, and what we were doing today was we were doing the final details on the diaper cover. Thank you.